a lot more than they already do.
Well, I appreciate that, Richie. I'm the CEO and president of Wheels TV. We've been doing this since 2004. We do video test drives. It's a consumer service that dealers offer to the people who visit their website. And the beauty of it is it gives you all the necessary information from the newest features on the vehicle to the interior, the exterior, power, fuel economy. Of course, everybody wants to know fuel economy, safety. If you have a family, you want to worry about, if it has the latest safety features, technology, warranty, all that good stuff. It's all available in these Wheels TV showrooms that we offer to the various dealers. And, we're right now putting something together with the guys at Shop Smart Auto. And it's a wonderful thing because anyone who goes on Shop Smart Autos will be able to select a vehicle and do their homework right there without having to wander off and get lost in the internet. And I think that's going to be an extremely valuable sales tool for them because really the cars are very complicated these days. There's so much information. And so that's what we're all about. We have 6,000 videos, cover pretty much the entire used car market and new car market all the way back to 2008. And that's what you'll be able to get on Shop Smart Autos.
Jim, and I'm so glad you brought that up because I'm going to share something with you. For quite some time, we've been talking, been a long time now.
Yeah.
And finally, we decided that we're ready because now is when we're going to market. Right. We got a few stores on it, but now is when we're going to market. And, I got to tell you this, that based on the conversion of my business, I FaceTime customers all the time, even a new lead. All right. It's a different way of reaching out. I got to tell you this, video is it. Right. And who's ever in a dealership today, I shared this with the 30 car group. Right. Guys, this is tremendous. Look up Wheels TV showroom.com because the whole idea with this is that it really makes a difference, and where it makes the difference is your customers now with this coronavirus. Before coronavirus, this wasn't that valuable. Today it is because plenty of dealerships are selling cars e-commerce, not a lot, but they're selling cars e-commerce. So what happens with that process is now when the customer, I would like to test drive it. Oh, Mr. Customer, you know what? I agree with you. Why don't you go on my site and you see the virtual showroom, the virtual test drive? Hey, you want to know something? This is a great tool for this. Okay. Salespeople that have your own site with the feed of your dealership. Some salespeople are a brand for their dealership on social media. You know what? Tell your dealership to reach out to Jim. I'm sure that Jim will put a deal together for the salespeople too. All right. Because we want to get this product out to every dealership in the country, but every salesman that is the brand behind that dealership on social media, you want this tool. Okay. And now some dealers are going to get it. Shop Smart's going to have it in the next few weeks. We're putting it in. So now what's going to happen is you're ready for digital retailing. Okay. It's the next step. And those dealers that don't think and are not moving forward to automotive digital retailing, are you missing the boat? I'm a digital marketer first, right? Merchandiser and that. And I've been in the automotive sector since a very long time, 30 something years. Okay, I got to say this. I do a lot of e-commerce sites on products that they were never selling online. They're booming right now. Okay, and those guys that are not into it and not want to go to that level, okay, it's like when BDC first came out. And it took a year and a half or 2 years, everybody was doing, because it goes back to the old thing. You don't want your competitor to do something you ain't. Jim, your product is amazing. I saw on your website about the lead gen, and how much conversion it is. And I also saw that you have 3 packages. Okay. Tell us a little bit about the packages and what the difference is.
Sure. There are 3, and they're we won't reveal the pricing right here on the air, but we have a basic package that offers video. It is interactive. Then there's a mid-level called the Pro package, which gives you a nice dashboard and allows you to add calls to action within the video, dynamic calls to action. And then we have what we call the Enterprise package. And that one has a bunch of dashboard features that are extremely valuable. The sharing, the communications. We found that if you include a template within your email or your text to a prospect, to a lead, you'll increase the response rate by 50%. So that's pretty impressive, I find.
Yeah, that's correct. So I see that you have a few dealerships on there, quite a lot of dealerships on there. And I see what the numbers are because we've been talking for quite some time.
Yep.
And, before I even bring anybody on live, I go by my test with the product and the demo, and I take a long time to bring a new solution to the automotive sector because I want to make sure it works. One of the reasons why I'm putting it in ShopSmart because I already know it's going to work based on the data that's out there. I'm very big with data and with big data. That's how I do PPC. I don't do it just doing a Google ad. If I don't have big data, I'm not interested. So I have all the data of your company.
Yeah.
And let me tell you guys, all the data is saying go after this live, call Jim up. I'm going to put his number on there, right? So people can call you.
Absolutely.
It's very, very important to put your number on there. Now, this big data that there is, all right, Jim, tell me a little bit about if a dealership calls you and wants on, how long does the implementation process take?
Well, it's only about 2 weeks maximum. We will reach out to the website provider, and we have relationships with all of the major players, Dealer.com, CDK, the new Synchro company, you name it, we have a relationship, Dealer On, it goes on and on. And they're all very nice people, and they help us implement. We have a third party on the website, and it's basically a plug-in, a few lines of code, and you're in business. And it's really a wonderful thing. It's very seamless and quick and easy.
And there's the number for Jim, and there's the website.
Oh, thank you, Rich. I don't see it here, but I'm assuming that it's.
There's your number, right there.
Oh yeah, going across the bottom. Next, yep.
And which is great because now what you could do is call Jim, and there I put them both together, Jim's phone number and the showroom. Jim, let me share something with you. Could they get that and put it on their YouTube channel too? Yeah,
the sharing is unlimited. You can share wherever you want to share. And by the way, I want to give you another number. I'll give you my cell because we are the office, because we're working remotely. The office, I'm only in and out of the office.
What is your number?
Yeah, you can use my cell, and I'm happy to answer a call directly. It's 978
835
7744. And that'll ring right here. And in my home office, which you can see my pool table in back. So when I goof off a little bit, I'll play some pool.
So you can put it on that technology. You can put it on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Great. And besides from YouTube, where else could you put it?
Well, you can do any of the sharing, whether it be Facebook or, you mentioned YouTube, just about any of the other sharing functions. You can text it. Anywhere you want to send the video, you can do that. We're not limiting that at all.
And could it be in your inventory instead of a page? Could it be in your inventory, in your entire feed?
In your inventory feed. What do you mean by that, Rich?
Like, for example, if you go to ShopSmart and you click on the inventory, you see there's a whole thing with Kelly Blue Book ratings.
Sure.
Could you put that on there on each car?
Yeah, what you'll have is a button there that'll say video test drive and video report. And when they click on that, the video player will come up, and it's an interactive player. It's got a bunch of buttons, so you can, if you're in a hurry and all you want to do is find out what the miles per gallon, just click on that miles per gallon, and you're all set. But yeah, there'll be buttons. If there's a car that matches our year, make, model VINs, then you'll have a video. If for some reason, and I think with you, you'll have just about every car, but if for some reason a dealer doesn't happen to have a particular car, there won't be a video, so you're not going to have customers disappointed.
Right, and that's understandable.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. This tool is really a good tool because now you can put it wherever you want, and you can build a YouTube channel also with this information. And you're providing the consumer what happens today. 15 years ago, it was about information. Okay, today is about information, and knowledge has a much higher percentage. That's why there's reviews. That's why there's content. So we went from information selling to knowledge selling. And how knowledge selling has been developed is through software to better enhance the knowledge. Facts. I used to be years ago in a showroom, in and out of showrooms, and I used to see information. Now I see the same information back and forth. The difference is the consumer is on their phone all the time. When you're sitting in front of a consumer, they're on their phone, like they're texting somebody. You know what they're actually doing is confirming that the information you're saying is a fact.
That's right.
So you got to be careful because Google has become the best salesperson for anybody.
Yeah.
Okay. Because if it's on Google, whether it's content marketing or whatever you want to call it, right, they're going to go for it. If it's not on Google and it's in your head and there's no proof of it, guess what? It ain't going to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of my companies, Look Smart, we came up with big data. It wasn't out there like it is today. 6 years ago. And we were doing automation with artificial intelligence using big data. You know what? It wasn't, people were looking at us like we had 5 heads. Today, no. Today, actually, Google says through Google Think, right, which is their blog network and their information center, they say use big data, increase PPC conversion. Now everybody wants to use big data. So if you have it in your head and it might work or it might not work, but if it's out on Google, that's when the customer's going to listen to it.
Right. Yeah, it's all about knowledge. I mean, the automobile is so complicated, and people, they're spending a lot of money on a car. They want to do their homework. So if any way the dealer can help the consumer to do their homework and stay on that dealer's site, you're earning a loyal customer. And that's what it's all about. You help them succeed, and they're going to help you succeed.
So the implementation is taking 2 weeks, you figure?
At the most, yeah.
At the most. Okay. Do you have any special promos for dealers to go on your system right now?
Well, they can go to wheelstvshowroom.com and learn more about us for sure. And there's actually a player there, and they can play with the player. They can take a test drive of almost any car, the pull down menus, and that's really the best way. The product basically sells itself. But I can walk anybody through a sample of the dashboard, which is extremely valuable. It'll tell you things like, how many views that you've had in the last 7 days or 30 days or 90 days, where those views are coming from. So you find out if your marketing is working. It'll tell you what towns they're from. It'll tell you what vehicles they're looking at. It'll tell you what chapters in the video they're looking at. For instance, we discovered of all the chapters, the most popular one usually, unless it's a performance vehicle, is interior. People want to know about the cabin. They want to know about the technology in the dash, and what kind of information they have, with Wi-Fi and all the other wonderful things that you can get in an automobile. And so you get all that information in the dashboard, and that again is knowledge that the dealer is now using to help him better serve the customer. And that's the beauty of it. And one other thing is that if you're a dealer and you're a Chevy dealer and you've got a 2008 Mustang on the lot, you can go look at our video and be educated on that particular vehicle before a customer comes to the door or virtually online to buy that vehicle, so that now oh, it's a Ford Mustang, it's got a 6-cylinder, it's automatic, or you can get the V8, 289, et cetera, et cetera. So now you become an instant expert by cramming in this 2-minute video all that information that you can then impart to the prospective customer. And the customer says, well, geez, thank you very much. You know the car very well. I'm interested. And then they take it from there.
And I'm glad you brought that up about the dashboard, because one of the things that made us make the decision to join Jim was the data.
Yep.
Because now that same dashboard, I can send an email out to my customers, right? We can make it automated or whatever, we're clickable, and we can pull in that data into one single dashboard and send it out reporting to the customer.
That's right.
Our client, right? And now we can say, does this work or doesn't it work? You tell me, Mr. Dealer, look what they're doing, right? So that's one of the things that we liked about the tool. It's just not a video. It's a data feed. It has a lot of data using big data also. So now that information is going to help you improve your dealership's process.
That's right.
Versus just having a video that you make in your dealership and build your YouTube channel. Because let's face it, you can do that. But this is a process and a product that has the data part. So now having the data, we all learn from data. And what we learn is take the data and improve your process. So you're just going to get to that next level and to that next level. You're just going to enhance your process and your productivity, because now you know what to do. What are your thoughts on that, Jim?
Well, it's all about data. It's all about providing that data. What you don't want to do is have them say, geez, I wish I knew the miles per gallon on this vehicle, whether it be a used vehicle or a new vehicle. And they wander off your site. And now you've lost them off into the internet. And you don't know where they're going to go or if they'll ever come back. So the more you can provide on your site, the more information you can give to the consumer. So they really don't have to leave. And that creates engagement and it creates conversions. The more that you can give them to help them make that decision, to get to the word yes, and get it to the word yes on your site, the more valuable you are to them. And now you have a very valuable customer. So that's key.
Well, and I'm glad you brought that up, because then you're mentoring your online customer. They're your virtual customers, I call them, okay?
Sure.
And if you mentor, is it much easier to sell a friend than a stranger? Right? A friend is much easier, right? Is it much easier to sell somebody you're mentoring versus a friend? You bet you. Once somebody learns something from you, guess what? They're going to come to you all the time, and they're going to recall that knowledge they got, and they're going to tell their family and friends.
That's right. And Richie, that's a very good point. In fact, I'm just writing a white paper now, and I mentioned Jeff Bezos to you earlier, and one of the quotes he said was, and all I remember is the part where he mentions word of mouth. He said, we really want to take care of our customers because we really feel that word of mouth is critical. And I know myself. I go on I buy most of my stuff on Amazon these days, and I always go to the ratings, and I always look at the worst ratings first, and then I'll look at some of the better ratings. But I like to look at the worst ones first to see if there's value there. They'll say, well, it was broken when it got here. Okay, well, that can happen in shipment. But if they say the thing was a piece of junk and I don't want it, then typically I won't buy it. The same is true of a dealership. If word of mouth comes out, I bought a car at Joe's Chevrolet, and boy, they're really nice people. They helped me do all my homework. I'm very happy with the car I got. Boy, that is gold. That is success. That's long-term, multi-generational success for a dealership. Word of mouth. And Jeff Bezos knew that when he did the whole star system that works so well for him now.
And Jim, I got to tell you this. The consumers today, when there's anything out there that they can speak to somebody about their experience, they're doing it. We have a cable show. Shop Smart Autos has a cable show. Every Sunday for half hour, we're educating the consumer what to do when they're in the market for a car.
Mm-hmm.
I got to tell you this. I'm out in Long Island. I get so many emails because that's the market I'm in on the cable show. I get so many emails from dealers that I know that mishandled the customer, okay, and they bought it elsewhere. And a lot of the reasons why. I went to the dealership and the manager was rude to the salesperson. I got to tell you this. I got a local dealership that's very well known, has great reviews. Those reviews people don't say because they bought a car somewhere else. I got to tell you, the voice of the customer is very important.
Absolutely.
And Mr. Dealer, come up with a focus group or something. The OEMs have been doing focus groups for years. As a matter of fact, J.D. Powers, when they got bought over by McGraw-Hill, started a focus group back in the day. I got to tell you something. Dealers don't get it. It has to do with that. And your product is going to bring the people in. But if you have a well-oiled machine, when that lead happens, they're going to convert, and their experience is going to be great. It's like really, really good. And I'm glad you have a package for the pricing there, right? I'm glad they can just go on a demo on a video and take a look at it, right? And I'm also like the fact that it can go on your feed, right? So it's just not on a page where the customer has to leave and check out videos, because then you're bombarding people with all kinds of information. That's not helping you convert, right? So now I'm glad it's right there on your feed. It's right on your inventory, and now you just play the video. That's great for conversion, right?
That's right.
There's a difference when you want to see video reviews versus this tool. And the other thing I'm so glad that you brought it up today is about get the Premier package so you get the data.
That's
because
right.
Without the data, I'm really not interested in any product.
Right.
So don't even call me if you don't have a dashboard with data. I pass. I gotta tell you got a great product. Get your programmers to develop the dashboard, and then call me, because without the data, I don't know, and I can't share that with my clients. So I am glad that those 4 points are handled. I'm very impressed, Jim, with your company, how professional you guys have been with me and my team, and how you guys been working around it. And really, really, it's great. I got one follow-up call with you, not nagging me or not, because we were part in developing our product, and we reached out to you. We're ready to pull the trigger. Bang, here it is. I'm so glad that I got the opportunity to work with such a company like yours. Hats off to you. What a great company you have. And I got to tell you, I am so pleased to bring you into this live today, because dealers got to know more about this product.
Well, I greatly appreciate that, Richie. I really think that what you have there with Shop Smart Autos is terrific. It really helps the dealers. You know, cars these days, you can buy a car in California and bring it out to Massachusetts or out to Long Island. Not a big deal.
Right.
People do it all the time. I come from the classic car part of the business from years ago, working with Discovery Network and Speed Vision, doing TV shows. And it was not unusual for someone to buy a car in some other part of the world and have that car shipped. And in fact, one of my editors bought a car in Japan. He actually bought the car through video. They did a video walk around, bought the car, and they shipped it back here. It took a couple of months. So your service is extremely valuable. With 6 million vehicles, almost anybody can find the car they need right there, and we're happy to help them do their research and zero in on the car they want and get it from you guys. So it's really
And I'm glad you brought that up, because dealers that don't buy the leads from me, no problem. I've developed conquest sales. So if you're a Honda store and I got Toyota, I'm going to sell them to whatever. I have the conquest sales program ready to launch in the next 2 weeks.
Good idea.
So dealers, conquest sales is very important. So don't buy the leads from me. Your competitors are already. And conquest sales is something that I'm having a field day with, because now your loyalty in your dealership, that could be your customer, because we're out there and we're doing marketing. So conquest sales is great. So if you're a Mazda store, and it just changed, you know, I just have the conquest sales already. I did a pilot. I did a test, A/B testing. I gave 3 dealerships 50 leads on each brand to test them, what their conversion is. You know what? Customers today want change. They want to change something new. No, there's no loyalty today. The loyalty is based on price. And if that salesman likes you, it's over. So call me or don't call me. Just keep doing what you're doing. That's it, you know. And Jim, I want to thank you for coming down. I so much appreciate you. Please, let's do this more. And I look forward to our relationships.
Likewise, Richie. Thank you so much for having me on your show.
Thank you so much. Take care, Jim.
Take care. Bye-bye.